The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 127. Get the Nasdaq off 20. S&Ps are down 11. Gold contract down $6.20, trading at $12.48. You get silver down 28 cents, $15.82. Metals still continue to have a hard time catching a bid, man.
Yeah, definitely. $12.48.
Yeah. And silver, man, they slammed silver. Went to a lower low today. Light sweet crude hanging tough, $73.83. That closed out over 74 on Friday. Notes and bonds are flat. A 10-year note, flat, 120.06. 30-year bond up 145.01. King dollar's up by 471 ticks, trading 94.825. Euro is at 116 flat to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 110.80 to the U.S. dollar. So, happy beginning of the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, it's holiday trading for sure.
Holiday trading.
Half day tomorrow, right?
Yep, close.
And then close till the 4th, and then we're back for 2 days, and then another weekend.
And then on Friday, we get a lot of stuff happening, actually, and no one's going to be here. We'll be here. We'll be on. But you got the ADP, you got the Fed minutes coming out, and then that's the first day of the TAFs.
Yeah, July 6th, right? Yeah.
So
it's like $34 billion that are starting on the 6th.
Yeah. And, there's a story on the Bloomberg today about lobster.
Okay.
So Massachusetts, Maine, those are that's a $700 million business out of those two states. A third of all the lobsters that get caught in Maine go to China.
Wow.
Big numbers. And then on top of that, not all the traps, but just about all the traps get made in Massachusetts.
Yep.
And they're steel now. So the guy that's making them, they interviewed him this morning. He hasn't gone up. I mean, if you're a lobsterman, folks, you already have all your traps out for this year. It could be a problem next year.
Sure.
Bottom line is that, we'll see where it shakes out.
Lobster prices going up, man?
Lobster prices are going down in the U.S.
Okay.
That's what
for China, though.
Well, yeah, and they won't buy them. They'll go up to Canada. That's what's going to happen.
I got you. Okay.
So picture that you have this line.
China's not going to buy them. We're going to have tons of lobsters, and then they'll sell cheap here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. That's hopefully that won't happen, but that's where that's going to shake out.
Sure.
Because the line between Maine and Canada is that line. It's like lobsters don't know when they're crossing the line. So Canada is a large lobster producer also, but not as large as Maine and Massachusetts.
Okay.
So but now the Canadian lobsters are going to be 30% cheaper. So that is only the tip of the iceberg too.
For the Chinese? Sorry, you're going so fast for me. They're going to be who are the Canadian lobsters going to be cheaper for?
Well,
you said they're going to be a lot cheaper.
That's right. If you're in China buying,
for China.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So what would end up happening is
because of this tariffs on the U.S. one.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. So there's a lot of moving parts,
man. We have to slow down those tariff conversations for me, okay?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Just picture it as one big tax on everything.
Yeah.
And if you're the other end of that tax and you're the manufacturer, it's trouble in paradise.
Sure. Yeah.
Tesla. So this is pretty intense, man.
It is, right?
Tesla, bottom line, got his 5,000 cars at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Is that what they?
Yeah, that's what he did. They had a big party 5 o'clock in the morning.
Because I saw he tweeted out. Let me jump to. So I saw he tweeted out 7,000 cars in 7 days, which was intriguing. So they were easily going to hit. Let's see this tweet down here, because I saw it. So here's Elon's tweet, right? And I was like, oh, well, they cleared it easily, I guess, right? What was amusing, and I had heard this on Bloomberg early this morning. Do you hear this about the Ford CEO kind of trolling him on...
oh, I did.
Yeah, so it's the CEO of their...
he makes it in 4 hours, right?
In 4 hours. So there's his tweet. I added up. Yeah. Stephen Armstrong, and I believe he's chairman and CEO of Ford Europe, basically Middle East and Africa. Yeah. And 7,000 cars, circa 4 hours, Ford team. Pretty amusing in light of, what they're doing. And I would struggle to see, are they going to keep doing that? And are they going to be good vehicles of that? Is this like a rush job, right?
That's the number. That's right. Are they going to be quality deals?
Right.
So he's taking the shots that are clean as the swine.
Yeah, and either way, there's the share price, man, up more than 5%, spiked to 366, and even off those highs at like 360. Yeah, there was a lot in this article, so I was looking at it. So it produced 53,000 vehicles for the second quarter, which is amazing that they're saying they produced 7,000 just Model 3s, too. They're still producing here the Model S and the Model X, which are in there.
Yeah.
So it's like the final 7 days of their quarter, if you say, so you have Elon here saying that, okay, so it's 7,000 cars. That's where the difference is probably then. It wasn't 7,000 Model 3s in 7 days. Because that's where I was going back and forth. I said if they produce 7,000 Model 3s, and then you had the others. But either way, 7,000 of the 53 for the quarter came in the final 7 days. And Tesla delivered 18,000 Model 3 cars. But everything fell below. If you look in terms of expectations, you know, I think they like that final 7 days. But every other number here was below expectations. So the expectation was to deliver as many as 28,000 Model 3s. And they only delivered 18. You know, over and over. So they said it produced 53,000 deliveries. Meanwhile, totaled 40,000, falling short of what, you know. So it was misses all over the place. It all hinges on that Model 3 that they.
He's a marketing genius.
They tend to like that, right?
It's just amazing that, you know, he comes out with a couple bursts, and you know. He's got believers, there's no doubt, and it doesn't take much with a shot position of 30%.
It was just amusing in light of, you know, it's 1 week, right? It's very selective. Maybe everybody was working 24-hour shifts on that.
That's right.
You know, like
they were.
Yeah.
They were for Model 3, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He had set up a whole nother assembly line for the Model 3. He slept there over the last week.
Yeah. What is the car movie? I'm missing the actor. Oh, I should know him. He's such a big actor. It was like in the 80s, and they had a competition to make all the cars, and he had to hit a quota with a Japanese company. I should know what a. All right, we'll look it up at the break. I'll get it. People are gonna know it anyway. I'll tie it back in once I think of what movie it was.
877-927-6648.
And we got a caller. We had John from Philly. John, good morning.
John, what's going on, brother?
Tommy and Tom, good morning to you both.
Happy 4th, man.
Hey, same to you guys. Thanks for that story on those lobsters, man. I'm going to run up to Bar Harbor, get me some cheap lobsters.
I'm telling you, man.
Right?
It's sad, you know.
I can do a summary of that, yeah.
Oh, they'll be, depending where you live, folks, you will see this will hit very quick because it's not like you can keep lobsters, you know, in a pen. You know what I mean?
They got to sell, right?
Yeah, they got to sell. And, you know, you're talking about a 6 to 8 week time frame.
Right. You got the summary,
you know, this is it.
Sure, right?
This is it, man. Yeah.
Say, I do have a stock market question, but before I do, I have to ask you. You have sisters and cousins and daughters up in Massachusetts, I think I recall. My question is, if that's true, can you tell me, is Woodman's up in Essex still there and serving lobsters?
You know, we're going to have to Google that. I know right where Woodman's is, but I haven't been there in so long that I'm not sure. But we'll find out for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. We'll add it to our Google
Those
list.
places, though, those are, you know, Woodman's is like kind of like over the vineyard.
I knew you were going to say whatever that spot
like
is.
Larson's,
Sure.
Larson's.
Classic little.
Yeah, if you're at the vineyard, folks, Larson's is pretty insane. The lobster boats pull right up. They serve you outside. Forget it. Stay right there, folks. John, Tommy, myself, we're coming right back. Dow Industrials down 166. NASDAQ off 34. S&Ps are off 16.5. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is off 152. You get the Nasdaq off 26. S&Ps are off 15. We're talking about our man, John from Philly. And we do have Woodman's, John. It's still alive and kicking with that big lobster right on the front page.
It looks like it. Their website is doing well, and it looks like they're marketing their lobster season coming up.
Clam
so
bakes.
like
they got everything cooking, man.
It was Woodman's of Essex. We got it up there. Free plug. There we go.
Yeah, I tell you, lobster and fried clams up there, there's nothing better.
Isn't
they got a big picture
it's
of
so
both,
true.
man,
I am so hooked. So check this out. There's one place in Florida, folks, that have the fried clams that are from Massachusetts, okay, which in Gloucester, it's Gloucester? Yeah, I believe it's Gloucester that they come out of, that they're, Ipswich. It's Ipswich.
The Ipswich clams.
But, John, I was up there last week, my daughter and my sister, and we're at Legal. I says, I got to have the clams.
Some good fried clams at
Yeah,
Legal Seafoods.
and guess what? They're better in Boston.
Legal gets it done.
Yeah,
You're a very biased
totally.
individual when it comes to food. Your food is always pretty up there, but
Yeah.
they get it done.
Totally.
No, I concur. Fried clams, New England, Boston, New Hampshire, Maine.
Yep.
There's no place better for those, absolutely.
Totally. Let's eat right now, man.
Right?
Starving.
I could do it. I could go for it. Nice Monday breakfast.
Back to the markets. I need your help, please. On the S&P cash and the derivative futures, the SEP futures, full disclosure, I have been shorting fairly aggressively the E-mini futures since that new moon high, June 13th. That was the cash market made a 27.91 high on that date. I kind of look at my guess is, for what it's worth, is that 27.91 high June 13th is in effect a double top with that 28.01 high back on March 13th. And anyway, so we're coming down. Full disclosure, I'm short as we speak from Friday. And this is holiday week. And you're very good, I've found over the years, at bisecting and dissecting the likely moves with volume during these kind of holiday things. My question is, where is the price spot to look to cover today, tomorrow, or later this week if one has the objective, which I do, of covering a short, standing aside bounces to re-short, a little bit higher? So,
my take is that, the high you're talking about, 13th, it's possible that, we have the actual high on the S&P, which is January 29th, which is even hard to comprehend because it feels like the markets are still at highs.
NASDAQ has been helping with that a lot, right? No, I agree with you, right? I agree
and that's
totally.
6 months ago, okay?
Yeah.
Now, what hasn't happened, and I know you know this, John, is that high volume low out there from the 9th of February, my take is that wants to get hit. That's 25.39. Now, to answer your question, though, as to what can have happened this week, I would say that I think we're going to take out the lows that were established out here Thursday. The low that was established on the 29th now at 20,
of May. Yep.
Yeah, of 26.96 in May, or 26.7.
26.79.
That should have some support.
26.79.
Yeah, 26.79. But guess what? We're at a time right now, if this market can't hold price today, I don't see it going up tomorrow, and I don't see it going up the end of the week.
And I'd add to it, John, it's really interesting. I was thinking about this morning that you come back on the first day the tariffs are imposed, and it's like, geez, what's going to happen when kind of Tuesday's an off day, Wednesday's an off day, Thursday you come back, and then Friday you're expecting the tariffs, and maybe there's some fear in the market. Maybe there's just rhetoric. I was wondering, right, everyone knows they're coming, right, John? We know they're coming. That's really shouldn't be priced into the market. But what if the rhetoric gets ramped up? And then we've seen that the market gets a little bit afraid when the rhetoric gets ramped up, even alone with those tariffs.
Right.
As in, it could continue downward, for sure. That could put some fear in the market.
This morning, I was on the TD network early, and we were talking about tariffs. Inside of bureaucracy, which we have a huge bureaucracy, the train's already left. People think that, that can just change overnight. There's not going to be a tariff. Well, no, this has been a 2-month deal to get to July 6th. It's going, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
no, I don't see how it gets pulled back. Right.
That's my point.
It's probably priced in. My worry is that somehow these things just have a way of, even though it's priced in, when the day comes to fruition, things just ramp up with the rhetoric and it gets a little bit more fear than there should be.
And what ends up happening is that if we were basically in Alabama right now building Mercedes or building BMWs, okay, we'd be worried because all of those go to China, okay? That they're going to get hurt. If we were in Boston or Massachusetts, Maine, we'd be worried about the lobster, and I'm sure there's a lot of other places that people have to worry. If that's the case, guess what? I think this market's going to get hit.
You're highlighting that swing low. I think it was May 29th.
Yes.
I think that price is like 26.80 roughly. Question here, as you rightly pointed out, volume and participation in the markets here this week are small, much smaller than average.
Yes.
And by tomorrow, 11 o'clock, exceedingly so. My question is, if that 26.80 gives way, either today or tomorrow, and given that Thursday, Friday are kind of holiday-style events with so many people taking a full week, how low can you envision it going if that 26.80 gives way? And if it goes lower to a number you specify here, how strong a pop do you figure can occur? I'm just trying to wrap my
I'm with you. I
around
figure the way, John, what John's saying, and he knows that the differential is that if you are a bear, which he's bearish right now, if this hits this low of the 29th before the end of this week, I would close that position right there because we'll get a bounce off that because that's going to be tremendously lighter volume. So somehow we'll wake up and it'll bounce. You know what I'm saying? What I think we're going to see, John, is that it's going to get close to that and just hang there. If that's what you have, then that's building cause not for this week but for next week to bottom line, try to get down into those lower prices.
Tommy, I love your vocabulary, man. I'm getting out my bungees, ready for some creek jumping.
Yeah, no, and that's what you would get. You know, I mean, it's pretty wild, man. That we've had plenty of the equities hit these lows, and there's no reason that the S&P won't.
Tommy, thanks for your thoughts. Happy July 4th to you both. Be in touch.
Thanks, John.
Okay, have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Yeah, there's no doubt. Is that tariffs are taxes. That's the bottom line. Let's go to our man Paul in Henderson. Oh, he's been up. He's been.
You got a lot of action in those cryptos.
Oh baby, cryptomania. What's happening, brother?
Cryptomania. Happy 4th, gentlemen.
Happy
4th, man.
Oh, man. So Friday, after we spoke early in the morning, Friday about 5 p.m. Eastern, approximately, we had a huge volume spike in all the cryptos, and I thought perhaps maybe it was just, monthly expirations or the expirations of the contract. But they look pretty good here. That it consolidated on that 2-hour chart pretty much all weekend, which is kind of rare after a huge spike up. And it looks like they're going again. So I just kind of want to get your take on how you think these things look, Tom.
Perfect. Stay right there, folks. Paul, right. Tommy, myself, we're coming right back. We're at $65.95 on Bitcoin right now, up $700.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Paul from Henderson, Nevada. We are talking cryptos, and there's no doubt Bitcoin got a nice pop over the weekend, $700 right now, trading 66.01. And I suspect that let's put the crypto watch up. Do we have
Sure,
it? So,
yeah. That's
because I'm sure that. So how these other cryptos perform, Paul?
They're all doing really well. I actually entered Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash over the weekend, but Bitcoin is kind of like, you know, where Bitcoin, the market goes, where Bitcoin goes.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Kind of like the S&P 500, you know, if you're watching.
I was just pulling up Friday afternoon. There's Friday afternoon in the chart, so we have it up there on Crypto Watch. We were under 6,000 coming into the close of trading Friday, and then, yeah, we got quite a boost starting really at 6 o'clock. We go from 5,900 by basically 9 o'clock. We're at 65.45. We trail off a little bit, and then this morning at about 9 a.m., we get that jump from 6,300 all the way 66.81.
Hey, Tommy, can you pull up a 2-hour on that? And I want to see.
Sure.
We got a pretty clean ABC up, it looks like, at least on the 2-hour chart, and we just broke this morning. Considering these volumes are correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looking at the A somewhere overnight, and then the B up here and the spike last.
So what's that be? 65.45.
Okay, that's Friday
right?
we're looking at. So like the low Friday to, yeah, so you're looking at a low of like 57.80.
So it's about a 600 A to B, right?
About 700 almost.
700, okay. Then
And then you come down to low, call it, what,
well, that's
62,
7,000
75? Yeah, about
approximately 7,000. And you know what's cool, Paul? I don't know if you've heard Jason Path yet, but he's coming up next. And,
sweet.
We were looking at his charts. He's got a lot of good Bitcoin charts.
He's got some great charts here, and he'll explain how he looks at that market. And he was looking for a bounce also, and of course he got it. It looks like Bitcoin basically didn't jump off the cliff, man. You know,
It saved itself. I don't know if the S&P is going to save itself, but Bitcoin did.
Well, the thing that's intriguing is that you know, if Bitcoin gets some juice out of here, it did everything that a normal time in the trade equity would do, meaning it comes back to strength, had lighter volume, no one's talking about it, test that area, and then takes off again. And the real question is going to be, does it take off with strength? Because if it takes off with strength, it's going to be, wow, okay, here we go again, man. So, you know, we'll
Especially
see.
on that weekly chart, because you were showing us on Friday, that weekly chart was just really clean, you know, moving up with a dramatically higher volume.
Yeah, no, it was.
Consolidation all the way back down.
And, you know, it's a classic, man. I mean, it's quite a pullback, but it's also a classic. It's like, okay. And we know Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin can, like, go up $4,000 in a heartbeat.
I know. I want to say it's also, like, classically parabolic, where it just goes back to zero, when I look at that chart, in terms of... You know, that's
listen.
That's not exactly screaming.
19,000 to 5,900. Yeah, that's.
And just the way that that wasn't a slow and steady normal rise from 2,500 to 20,000.
Right.
It was kind of some overnight euphoria almost. But
I just hope the trading market's back. I hope we can get some good trades, at least a little bounce, and we'll see how it shakes out.
It looks to me like you got it. Yeah, you have a trading market. Yeah, I mean, and that's listen. The bottom line is that's all it takes. And remember, folks, okay, right over to the Nadex platform. Bottom line is that the spreads, the weeklies and the monthlies open today.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have two different spreads that you can trade on the bullish or bearish side.
Yeah.
So as to a market, well, guess what? We have a market here.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Because we've gotten...
And then 4th of July weekend, there's people that want to trade still, so perhaps this week, we might get some real juice going on.
Yeah,
I can see it for sure. And we kind of just hung around that 6,000 mark for so long.
We did.
And now we've shot under it, now we've shot over it, so maybe we'll get some volatility after it just kind of hung out.
And what happens there is, whoever bought, is getting rewarded pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had Bitcoin up 10% like in at least a couple months, right?
No, it's a big one. Yeah.
It's a big number. And
definitely. This is a daily chart I have, and you can see since basically the beginning of May, it's just been downtown. So, which is 2 full months. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks so much. Enjoy your 4th of July, and I'm looking forward to hearing the next gentleman.
Yeah, you're going to have to keep us up to date as to maybe there'll be a new token that starts moving or between the ones that you already know about, you know, if one of them's moving better than another. Because what I've found is this, is that sometimes that whole deal changes. Like, you know, when gold gets a vicious pullback, what ends up happening is that equities that were the leaders, all of a sudden there's a different equity that's a leader. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be intriguing to see if any of these other cryptos get more push than they normally had, you know what I mean, and the first get-go on the way up.
Don't give us any that are going under 1 penny, though, Paul, that are the 800 that was in the headline.
No, I like the ones that over a couple bucks.
So was that Friday's headline?
No, this is morning.
This is today's.
This is morning. That's why I'm joking, Paul, that I have a headline up here, and so over 800 cryptocurrencies are now dead as Bitcoin is 70% off its record high. It's just a CNBC article, but it talks about how there's that many cryptos under less than 1 cent.
I can't even imagine how much money's lost.
That's it, and I'm actually surprised it's only 800 because anybody can put out an ICO, and you're telling me there's only 800 of them? I bet there might be more. That's probably the ones that have actually achieved some type of value before pulling back, as opposed to the ones that maybe never even made it over a penny.
Wow.
But pretty remarkable in terms of how much money, like you talk about.
Yeah, it's sad. I know a couple people that got stuck in Verge coin. I did have a few thousand shares of them, which it wasn't a big deal, but they came out, they did a deal with Pornhub, and it just collapsed. It went from 80 cents, now it's hovering around 2 cents.
Man.
And it might be one of those ones to add to that bucket of 800 real quick.
And that's a great example, isn't it? So that's one that's not even listed under a penny in there.
Yeah.
And that's quite a
2
wipeout.
cents.
That's quite a wipeout. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know, it's hard to comprehend too, because what happens when you get like 80 cents, people will tend to buy more shares than they normally do because they say 80 cents. Well,
sure.
It's not going to go down. It's got to go up because all the other ones are going up. And all of a sudden, it's at 2 cents.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Okay, man. Well, listen, you have a great one, a safe one. We're going to be bringing Jason up so we can bisect and dissect this Bitcoin market for us.
Looking forward to it, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Okay,
You too,
man.
Paul. Thanks.
Bye.
You know what? And I got up that movie there. So let me find it.
cool.
Where is it? So it's Gung Ho, if people remember. Michael Keaton. And so the story is that he's over there. He's not over there. He's working for a car plant in a Japanese company. And this was at the time when Japan was rocking, right?
Yes,
in the 80s.
right.
They buy the plant, and the deal was they had to produce 15,000 cars. So here it is. He had to produce 15,000 cars in the month, making them as productive as the Japanese plants that they were competing with.
Okay.
And the joke was that they were working 24-hour shifts. They're all sleeping. They can't produce the cars quite perfectly. One guy's sleeping in the engine. One car has no brakes. One car has no doors. And they finally get there.
When they're delivering the cars.
Well,
right?
they come to inspect them all. I'm wondering whether that's what the Tesla factory looks like a little bit, where everything's kind of held together with the last little bolt and nut, right? But interesting nonetheless, if people remember that. That's a good quality 80s flick. What year is it?
Get right to Netflix.
I'll date myself. 86. There we go. Perfect.
86. My God.
There you
You're
go.
only 6 years old.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. It's a nice little comedy, you know. guys hanging out in the engine instead of an engine in the car. Totally.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 90. NASDAQ is off 5. S&Ps are off 9. We'll come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 74. NASDAQ is off 1. S&Ps are off 8. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Monday at 40 past the first hour, or the second hour.
Both hours. It's actually the hour. It is our hour. You do 2 in the afternoon. It's the hour.
The hour. You got to love it. Jason's got a great newsletter, folks. You can get that right at thedutchbook.com. Jason, welcome back to TFNN.
Tom, thanks for having me back, man. How are you today?
I'm doing great, man.
Jason, good morning, man.
I don't know if you were here, and we're talking with our man Paul from Henderson, Nevada. Now, he's a crypto maniac.
Yeah,
so,
maybe your ears were burning, man. We were talking about you. We were getting ready for this segment. We know you got a lot to talk about, but I'll pull up these charts Jason sent over in his newsletter this morning. So let's start it off with Bitcoin, Jason.
Look at this.
We got your chart up here. Quite a downtrend that we're hitting. And was that in light of, does that change at all with the action we're getting this morning in Bitcoin? That's what I was wondering. We get the chart up there, chart number 1.
It does. So this is a daily. Obviously, we're around 6,600 now. We spent some time above 6,600, can get a close or, spend some material time today above that. That breaks that long-term descending downtrend that we're seeing. The 2 pivotal levels right now are 6,600, which we're at, and then the 5,800 that we saw over the weekend. The 5,800 is really a near-death experience, right? And we were there late Thursday, Friday. We break that. I really don't see, we don't model out any significant support till we get back to 3,000.
Yeah,
but it's 6,800.
Right? Folks, if you happen to be in your car listening right now, this chart is something else, because that trend line, if we broke this trend line with conviction, meaning wide price spread, which we have this morning, that would be saying that, hey, guess what? This downtrend is broken.
And we just said it'd be the first time in a couple months, like we said to Paul in the last segment, because it's really that high in May, and you go all the way back to the ultra high in December. But man, since that high in May, it's been few and far between green bars in that chart.
So can we go through a little about what you talk about in the newsletter as to how you look at the cryptos? Because this way, we can really get Paul and the other crypto maniacs attuned to what you're looking at.
That's right. So one of the things that we love about crypto is there's very clean and transparent data, really, that gets at supply and demand. And what we've seen for the last few weeks, and we've remained constructive and bullish on Bitcoin over the medium term, is looking at transaction volumes, looking at dollars per user, looking at new wallet creation, and levels of active users on the network on a daily basis. The
New
example
wallet
I give
creation,
folks,
right?
Yeah, so the example I give folks is, if you're trading Amazon, you're going to have to wait till a quarterly release at the end of the quarter to get what they want to give you in terms of new customer creation.
Right.
You can get to that level and look at how many people are on the network, how many new people are on the network on a daily basis with crypto. And so as we model that, clearly it's been heading down over the last 2, 3, 4 months. But what we've seen over the last 2 weeks, and we've talked about this a little bit, is it's been stable. And what I tell folks is when you're in a downtrend, you got to hit bottom and hit stability first before you see it start to work its way back up.
Right.
We track Google search as a proxy for new wallet creation, as well as a leading indicator. The 4-week moving average on Google search volumes for Bitcoin is started to tick up. In this morning's newsletter, we highlighted that.
Yeah.
And that's the chart up we have right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see there on the far right, and we've highlighted it, just started to tick up in a correlated fashion with prices. We bounce off that 5,800 level. So the search index looks stable and incrementally improving. Transaction volumes are stable, slightly working themselves up. Dollar per user has been stable, moderately working its way back up. So as those metrics improve, again, we've remained constructive, even with a long night Thursday night and a long day Friday as we hovered around that 5,800. We've remained constructive. Our end of 2018 forecast is for 10,300 to 11,000. We still see it's going to be a slower roll. We need to see more volatility. We need to see volatility really double to move past that back to the teens. But
yeah, it's pretty cool how you explained to us last week, Jason, that the aspect of the volatility helps Bitcoin versus volatility in the S&P means you're going down. Volatility in the Bitcoin market means, we get people coming in, we have interest in the product, right? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and with those highs in December and January, I mean, volatility was more than double where we are now. In a rolling 30-day, it was over 8%. Today, we're at about 3.75. But even that's up over last week, and the week before, we were at about 350. So a 25 basis point improvement on volatility for Bitcoin was a positive indicator for us, and we remain constructive on it.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty interesting, too, when you talk about the percentages, because higher percentages when Bitcoin was trading at 20,000, the price movements just were substantial versus right? I mean, we do the updates. We've had a trading zone of Bitcoin of like 100 to 200, which would be surreal to what it was 1,000 every day we were talking about back then. Yeah,
that's right. And I feel like that helps demand as well. A lot of folks got into Bitcoin because of the higher volatility as a tradable instrument. So we feel like more folks pile back in when they start to see that.
And they should need it because there's a lot more risk. So it's not like a regular investment where you need substantial returns to offset. You have systematic risk. You have a lot of risk. You're on these unregulated, sometimes exchanges. Just the general market lends itself to much higher risk, so you need higher returns.
Yeah, and you want. It's a trader's market now.
Definitely.
I think you're back on a trader's market.
I agree. Up 10% today, right?
And that's all it takes. So next we have natural gas.
This market.
That's right.
Man.
Another fun morning for natural gas. The weather in mid-July has turned on us a little bit. For us, the key level was 288. We've broken through that this morning. Quick check here. We're at about 285, 285.8. If we close below 288 today, that brings 270. We're flat to natural gas right now. I would definitely look at getting short below on a close below 288 because the support just isn't below us with the weather turning moderately cooler in mid-month of July. So
we even got it rained so much here yesterday in the morning. It actually got into the 82 area where we are in Florida, which is not. It's almost unheard of in July.
Right.
It's like early March.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. This.
Sorry,
go ahead, Jason. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say the weather hasn't helped. Obviously, production is just raging at record levels. Consumption is at record levels, too. We had a quick note in the...
He had a quick note in the Dutch book.
I think he just froze there. I saw him freeze up a little bit. Well, we talk about it.
21% in April over prior year. So production's up, consumption's up, and as the weather turns cooler, it could certainly be bearish for price.
Yeah, I mean, we always follow those natural gas EIA numbers, and pretty remarkable. We're trading at 301 coming into that number on Thursday, and we're now down, under 288, 286, 15-cent move in the span of basically 2 trading days. When you look at Thursday, Friday, we're here on Monday.
And that's $1,500 per contract.
Man, seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, we're seeing a well-supplied spot market that probably anticipated 3 to 5 degrees warmer on a national average, and that's certainly weighing down price.
So next we're looking at the U.S.
The Aussie dollar.
Yeah,
but I tell you
Aussie
what,
dollar.
we're going to go right into a break. I feel that coming. Can you hang with us for the break?
I can, man.
We're going to have a few minutes on the other side of this break, and we'll wrap it up. I know you have the Aussie dollar, and we also got in here the dollar yen I wanted to get over. Cool. So we'll get over there for sure.
Guys. Look forward to it, man.
Awesome. Perfect.
877-927-6648. Right now we have the Dow Industrials down 79, Nasdaq's off 6, S&Ps are off 8. Gold can't catch a bid, down $7, 12.47. Silver's down 28, 15.82. We need a savior.
Yeah.
We need the dollar to go south. Okay, Jason, you start selling that dollar in the break.
We got 3 minutes, man.
We're coming right back, folks. Stay right there.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Jason Paff. We are talking markets now. Don't forget, folks, right on the front page of our website at TFNN, you're going to see Nadex Market News. Jason writes over there. Check it out. He always has some great articles. Right now, we are talking bottom line.
Currencies.
Currencies, yeah.
Aussie dollar. Go for it, Jason. We have about 2 minutes this segment. So what do we got happening with the Aussie dollar? We got this chart with lots going on up there.
Yeah, so the technicals are aligned as well as the fundamentals, which are certainly positions we like. We've got some swing highs that have really formed a double top and resistance there around the 81 level. We see a steep channel down. We crossed the 50, crossed under the 200 there, about 78, moved to 76, then to 74. Right now, the Aussie dollar is closely linked to China. The yuan was down 3% last month, which is a record.
Monster number, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, we feel like it's a hugely underreported story, actually. Obviously, there's some trade noise in there with shifting policy, but core fundamentals have continued to slow down in China. Aussie's clearly closely linked with that. If interest rate differential with the United States compounds that as the 10 years between the two countries get wider. The RBA has an announcement this week. We feel like there's a fairly dovish tilt in the same week where we've got FOMC minutes and NFPs.
Yeah.
Could be another brutal week for the Aussie. On the yen, we feel like this is just a longer-term story. We feel like we could be at multi-year lows around there right now. We feel like the dollar is going to continue to appreciate versus the yen. Asia's weak. We probably are of the view that it's a little weaker than most might think it is. The Japanese data has not been great. Clearly, interest rate differentials continue to separate, and we feel like this is a long-term play where the dollar will just continue to appreciate versus the yen.
Gotta love it.
Hold on for the ride,
Gotta
baby. It's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, man, we appreciate the update. We always appreciate you having on, folks. Jason Paff, it's the Dutch book. Stay right there, folks.
Jason, thanks so much, man.
Hey, thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
All right.
Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons coming right up. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.